Hey, crypto family. I'm Nemesis with the Crypto Brothers. And this little article that I came across was actually brought to my attention by one of the guys from the Bitcoin Pub. So if you guys haven't checked that out, like I keep saying, they are a wealth of great knowledge. I'll have links down below for you guys to be able to check it out if you guys feel so inclined. Great community of people there. The article that he actually brought up is actually something that the person probably would benefit from. Yen.io. But that's just me. You might just benefit from this. But again, you know, this is just my own take on things. And I'm not your babysitter in any way, shape, or form. Do your own research always. With that, let's jump in. Hacker live streams at 51% on Bitcoin private. Man, I've got some Bitcoin private. I don't want to hear people freaking doing that. Ugh. But it's actually a good thing if you actually think about it from a technology standpoint. If there is an issue with the code, it's good to have somebody that's kind of has a conscience and knows coding and just goes through it to find faults and show the developers where their issues are. That I like. So on October 13th, an ethical hacker nicknamed GeoCold followed through on his promise to 51% attack an altcoin. A lot of them can be done this way. There are usually smaller networks. The smaller the altcoin is, so the easier it is depending on the coin. But it's kind of interesting. He kind of pinched on a semi-popular, I guess, I mean, even whenever I first got into mining, that was actually the very first coin that I mined. So let's read on. Eventually he settled on Bitcoin private and quickly gained majority hash rate control. But the spectacle was fought with setbacks, including censorship from 2 streaming devices that pulled the plug. They wouldn't. I'm just saying. Yen.io. GeoCold promised he would 51% attack an altcoin to prove how easy it was. And he did. But the attempt did not run as smoothly as he might have hoped. Over 750 viewers were tuned in, and the likes of Jackson Palmer live tweeting this spectacle when Twitch suddenly pulled the plug. Censorship controlled. Gotta love that when central powers step in to censor somebody else doing some actual good, I guess. When Twitch suddenly pulled the plug, cam whores and other performing artists can broadcast their art to the masses, and it would appear that 51%ing an altcoin is a step too far. A little graph of showing him just like as he takes on control. One of the expected lessons derived from GeoCold's session was on the dangers of censorship on the internet, when a report button is never more than a few pixels away. How true this is. Despite the ethical hacker having no intentions of attempting to double spend the coins, such as by depositing them into an exchange wallet and swapping them for Bitcoin, the streaming provider pulled the plug, presumably in response to members of the Bitcoin private community reporting his channel. Anyone /work for a streaming platform can ensure report spamming does not work for my stream, he asked Twitter. If I find such a solution, I might stream again. If not, I'll surprise stream. If not, I'll just post a video. And just saying. I have to say, it's very interesting to be sitting around on a Saturday afternoon watching someone demoing a 51% attack while other people attack his IP address. Very crypto in 2018. When Geocold returned on stream.me a half hour later, he lasted over 15 minutes before the same thing happened. Thankfully, by this time, he had done enough to demonstrate his attack in action. When the second stream died, Geocold had majority hash rate and was merely mining Bitcoin private blocks. Geocold, who incorporated the mischief maker Efflet into his Twitter name in response to last week's post, a few news Bitcoin.com had intended to 51% Einsteinium EMC2 when the same came to perform the feat on Saturday, October 13th. However, he discovered that its hash rate had soared 15-fold to 1.4 terahash, giving a week's notice to EMC2 community had thwarted the attack by acquiring huge amounts of hash power. Geocold had anticipated this and swiftly moved on to one of the alternative alts he had lined up as a part of his contingency plan. Bitcoin Private was selected, and the begin hacker connected to Bitcoin mining pool using a couple $100 worth of rented hash power he had purchased from NiceHash with Bitcoin. Shortly after finding his first block, however, Geocold came unstuck as his member of the Bitcoin private community fought back, possibly after he accidentally leaked his IP address while live streaming. An HTTP flood to the UI of Geocold's mining pool knocked him offline, prompting a reboot plus a move to a different streamer once Twitch swung the ban hammer. At the second attempt, Geocold dominated Bitcoin Private's hash rate, producing a steady 10 megasouls versus the rest of the network's 6 megasouls. He soon began to create the longest chain of blocks, and he persisted he could have forked the Bitcoin private chain. In the event the second stream died, Geocold elected to wind things down with save some tricks for next time. The evening started with an exercise on how easy controlling a low hash rate proof of work coin and ended as demonstrated before the need for resistance of censorship on the platform. And that's what I was saying before. You get a lower market rate coin where they've got less people mining on it supporting the network. One big mining group can come in and just dominate. Done. They have the longest chain, they win. And that's what he was basically showing that he could do on their network. And then, that's basically what they were sitting here, update on the stream, got banned from two streaming platforms. Might help, I'm just saying. But this is the stuff that, it's like people like this is what they need to test the network out. Somebody who can show where their flaws are and be very transparent about it. I don't think that this guy was trying, like he was saying, and he wasn't trying to be malicious with it. He was demonstrating that there was a flaw in the network. This is something that Bitcoin Private can now go back to work, put in a little bit more of a grind, and see if they can fix this vulnerability that has been brought to their attention. I think that if this hacker dude, Geocold, were to get, maybe make a company that would go around and collect these bounty programs and show these companies that they do have flaws, that we as people are not perfect, we don't code perfectly, and somebody like this is going to find it. I would rather it be somebody working on an ethical side of things, just showing them that there's an issue, versus somebody who's going to be malicious trying to make millions of dollars and not have to work. I mean, they are working when they steal those coins, but it's nicer to see a support in the community of hackers with the coders. I think that the two should kind of get together more often, and I think you would have better coding coming out in the long run. So in some ways, I think this is a great thing. So if you guys got anything else different that you think, I mean, do you think this is a bad thing? I mean, me, I smash it. I would smash the likes just on the fact that this guy seems to be on the up and up. He was trying to demonstrate that there was a problem, which gives Bitcoin Private a way to go back to the drawing boards. With that, I leave it to you guys. Put your comments down below, and you know, thank you for the guys in the pub for bringing this article up to my attention. It's actually kind of interesting, I think. So with that, I'll see you next time.